Good morning, everybody. Happy Wednesday. We're halfway through the week, and I have been still making some Christmas tags in my spare time, and I thought I would come on today and share a set of tags that I made along with some buttons that I've been working on. These are little heart buttons that I've covered with some ink and some glitter, and the glitter that I'm using is Distress Glitter Clear Rock Candy. Okay, and this is a product from Ranger, I believe, and Tim Holtz. Yeah, rangerinc.com. And of course, it's available at a lot of different outlets, including the big box stores usually. So that's the glitter that I used, and then I just used some Colorbox Frost White ink. But you could also use paint. There's a lot of different ways that you can do buttons. The buttons that I'm using, I wanted some Prim heart buttons, and so I've been looking for a long time, and I finally found this big bag of buttons that you can get on Amazon, and I just love the Prim heart shape, as you know, and I'm getting ready to do a set of Prim heart Christmas tags, so I wanted to have some Prim heart buttons to use on those tags when I make them. So this, again, I found on Amazon. I don't know if this might help you find them. But it's 100 pieces. I think they were like $7 or something. Anyway, so I thought I would share that with you, and then look at how cute they turn out when you distress them with ink and a little bit of glitter. So I plan on using these on my winter projects. So I thought I would share that with you, a little supply. And then to make the tags that I'm going to show you, I used the beautiful Baked with Love tag set from Lili of the Valley Digishop, or LOTVdigishop on Etsy, or if you're in the UK, it's liliofthevalley.co.uk. Okay, but if you're in the US, you would order from the LOTV Digishop on Etsy. Just type in the search bar, LOTV Digishop, all one word. Okay, and so these are the little tags that I was using, and you can see I stamped extras. And then this is a tag that I made using their blank tag in their Christmas sentiment set, and I just uploaded it into some GIMP, which is a free software, and I typed in I love hot cocoa and into the digital tag, and then I printed them out. So I also used some of those that I had created, and I did this a couple years ago is when I made those tags. And I think I shared them at that time. The other die set that I used is this baking cookies die set. This is a Cottage Cutz die, okay? And this is a fairly old one. I'm assuming it's still available on their website though. And I use these three little cookies, the tree, the ginger, and the girl ginger. And these are very, very tiny. You can see by my nail size, they're like a little bit over 1/4 inch long. They're very tiny. And I did a post, here's what the die looks like. I did a post on Instagram where I showed how I added Nuvo crystal drops to these as frosting. I inked the edges of them, and then I put Nuvo crystal drops on as the frosting. So if you go to my Instagram feed, you can see that. The other things that I used to make these tags, this is a set of little tiny hot cocos. And these are little stickers that were at Hobby Lobby a couple years ago. I don't know if they're carrying them this year or not, but I know a lot of you have these in your stash. And I was looking for a die that cuts a really teeny coffee cup. And I do have a couple, but they were a little too big. So I used these stickers instead. I also used this little teeny gingerbread charm. And this is from the 1018 Winter Charms from Karen Burniston. This is a die set from 2017. Okay, so it's a few years old, but I do think it's still available if I remember correctly. And this is the die that I used right here. And I show on my Instagram feed again how I take the die cut of this die and I add my Peachy Keen Faces. And I specifically, when I worked with Kathy on my PK3000 Jill's Favorites assortment, I specifically had us add these 3 little faces, and this is how tiny they are. This is a little bit bigger picture so you can see the face, but this is how tiny the stamped faces are, and they work perfectly on this little teeny ginger charm. So that was why I had her add these to the set, so that when I make my gingerbread tags, the whole point of this set is that every single gingerbread die that I owned at the time that I made the set with Kathy has a face that will fit it, as well as a couple additional things for snowmen. So this set's really wonderful, and then it has these little stamps that you can use to stamp cheeks onto your gingerbreads and snowmen also. So anyway, this little ginger charm fits these little teeny tiny faces, and that's what those are in there for, if you were wondering. And this winter charm set is so adorable. You have all these little charms that you can add to your Christmas tags, and I need to use these even more than I do, but it's one of my favorite little die sets. So there's that. And then the other thing that the main part of my tag is made with this die. This is an older die from my creative time. It's called the Snowflake Tag Die MCT D247. This is a retired die, so I just want to make that clear. It's from my creative time, but it is retired. I don't know if it's something that Emma would be able to bring back or not, because it is retired. And I believe she no longer has the pattern for this anymore. But many of you will have this in your stash of dies. So if you have it, you can pull it out and make this tag that I'm going to show you. You could certainly also emulate this tag by just doing a backer, another shape, like take an oval die set, for example, do a scalloped oval and then a plain oval, and then just put a snowflake on behind your gingerbread. So there's a lot of different ways that you could emulate the shape of the tag I'm going to show you. So here's the tag that I created. I added some little foil jingle bells. These are from eBay a number of years back, probably about 5 years ago. I ordered a big bag of these, and I love the foil look that these have to them. It's very sparkly and pretty. Here's the Happy Cocoa Season sentiment from that beautiful LOTVdigishop polymer set that I showed you. And then, of course, Emma's beautiful tag set. I love the shape of this snowflake that is part of this die set. And I just thought it would look so cute to have gingers and snowmen in front of the snowflake. This paper that you see that is the gingham is an old paper from Tuesday morning. I got a pack of 25 sheets of this, and I use it at Christmas a lot. And then you can see the little teeny tiny gingerbread cookie is frosted with some Nouveau crystal drops. So I cut out those little tiny gingers from that Cottage Cutz die, added the Nouveau crystal drops, and then let them dry. So there's a lot of prep that goes into making tags. Sometimes you have to do things ahead of time. So I cut a bunch of these at night, and I frosted them so that they'd be ready the next morning when I was ready to assemble my tags. And I pretty much do all the die cutting and the stamping of the ginger, the decorating of the gingers. I do all that first, and then the next morning after everything's dry, that's when I will usually assemble my tags, add the ribbons, add the eyelets to the little tags, and do all that type of work. You can see how I used on this one this cute little mug of hot cocoa with the snowflake in the center, which kind of emulates the snowflake back here. And of course, Emma's beautiful little ginger die set, which I just am realizing I didn't bring down to show you, but this is on her site at My Creative Time, and I will link the gingerbread set down below. Again, the snowflake tag is retired, okay? You could ask her about it, but as far as I know, she does not have the art for it anymore. So here's a blue one. This one is for my friend P, who loves the color blue. Every time I make something in blue, I think of her. This one has some little turquoise jingle bells. It has the words hot cocoa, and I did color in the hot cocoa slightly with a Copic marker. This has a beautiful turquoise blue striped paper, and then this time I used her gingerbread die set to make a cute little snowman. And the snowman has a hot cocoa with turquoise whipped cream and then a little Christmas tree cookie, again frosted with those Nouveau drops, which just make it look just like an iced sugar cookie. So I just think these turned out so cute. So there's the second one. Here's the third one. This one's going back to a ginger again. You've got the same beautiful foil jingle bells, the little I Love Hot Cocoa tag that I made, and then this ginger is holding a Christmas tree cookie, and her hot cocoa has pink whipped cream and candy canes. And I just love this little gingerbread die with the little Peachy Keen Face Stamp. This is Emma's signature gingerbread shape, and I love that it is 2 pieces and you can pop the top layer up and it's dimensional. So just so cute. So there's the third one. I have 3 more to show you. This one uses some beautiful wired tinsel trim that my friend Elise sent to me, and I just ordered some of this in pink from Factory Direct Craft, and I'll show you it when it comes in, because this was my last 2 pieces of it went on to these 2 tags, and I just love this trim. Elise shared some with me a number of years back, and Hobby Lobby carried it in red one year a few years ago, and I wish I would have bought like 4 of them, but I only bought 1 roll of it, and I finished using it last year. So this is the last of it that I had, so I had to go searching for some. These are some white Jingle Bells that were at Michael's a number of years ago that are glittered, but you can also glitter your own Jingle Bells and paint your own Jingle Bells. Just buy them in silver or whatever color you want, and then add paint to them and glitter. This one again says hot cocoa. I colored in the hot cocoa, and again you see this cute little snowman who's smiling away with his little peachy keen face, and then this adorable Let It Snow hot cocoa. And then the little snowman's holding a little girl gingerbread sugar cookie that's been iced. So there's that one. I've got 2 more to show you. This one says I love hot cocoa. This is a ribbon trim that I got at Hobby Lobby. And when it was 50% off one day, it came with 2 different colors, 2 rolls. You can also order this on Amazon. And this is like an organdy or something. It says, I love hot cocoa again. You have the cute little ginger smiling away. I just used my white gel pen to decorate. And then you have the little cookie again. And this time on this cookie, I added a 2nd dose of the Nuvo Crystal Drops just in little dots to make the tree look like it was decorated. And then there's the little hot cocoa with the dripping chocolate coming down the sides. So I just think these turned out so, so cute. Here's this one. This one has some light blue Jingle Bells, and it matches the blue of this beautiful paper. It says Love Cocoa, and again you have the sweet snowman. He's holding this cute little ginger cookie, and then his little whipped cream this time is turquoise, and it kind of matches the buttons on his front, as well as this beautiful snowflake paper. And I kind of like the way the snowflakes on the background are kind of a beige color, which picks up on the gingerbread, and then the white sort of picks up with the snowman. So it's kind of a 2-tone effect you get with white and cream. And I just think these turned out so cute. So those are all of the tags that I had to share with you today. And of course the sweet little buttons that I showed you. Let me grab those again so you can see them one more time. And again, these were ordered off of Amazon, and then I just added some ink and paint. And you can also paint them all the way in different colors, and they turn out really cute too. And then you just thread them through with some twine and you're all set. And they look really cute with red twine threaded through at Christmas time, or pink, depending on whether you're doing kind of shabby chic tags or something more traditional in red and green. So you can certainly paint them with all sorts of different colors. There's just so much you can do when you have just a solid wood button. You can change the look of it in so many different ways. So I just thought I would share this idea with you. Oops, and they're so, so pretty, and I'm spilling them. But it's just a fun little thing to do. Maybe while you're watching TV one night, you can just have them in front of you and glitter and paint them up, you know, or ink them up. So there they go. All right, you guys, that's everything I wanted to share today on this beautiful Wednesday. I hope that you're all having a wonderful week, and I will be back to share with you some more as soon as I can. All right, everybody, take good care. My heart's with all of you that are struggling with any health issues. My little one is all better. He's not so little anymore, but he's all better from the virus, and so I'm very happy. And I somehow managed not to get it. I had a bit of a headache and a sore throat for a couple days, but I never actually tested positive, so that was wonderful. And I think we're totally on the mend now, other than Tim still has the cough. So I hope any of you out there that have COVID or that are sick, that you know that my heart is with you, and just be gentle with yourself and get well. Okay, everybody have a wonderful day. Bye now.